The biggest secret of the school system is that it sells parents education, but quietly fails to train boys for real life. There was a man who had spent 20 plus years doing the same kind of work, sweating through long days so he could cover rent and help with his grandkids' school fees. One day, while he was carefully edging along in a quiet neighborhood, a young woman slowed her car and rolled down the window, her teenage son barely looking up from his screen. "You've been doing this kind of work for a long time, haven't you?" she asked. "Why are you still out here pushing this hard?"
The old man wiped his forehead and said, "I was raised to work. My kids moved away."
"And this is how I pay my bills. I help with their school costs when I can. I always thought if I stayed out of trouble and did my job, I'd be okay."
She asked gently, "And after all those years of doing everything right, do you feel prepared?"
He laughed without humor. "Prepared? I live month to month. Any big bill, any health issue, and I'm in trouble. School taught me to follow directions, not how to build a life."
She glanced at her son. "That's the part that keeps me up at night."
The school system is teaching him how to pass tests, memorize formulas, and sit still for hours. It's not teaching him how to manage a paycheck, cook a meal, fix a basic problem, or handle stress without shutting down.
The old man nodded slowly. "No one ever showed us that stuff. We just figured it out the hard way."
"Exactly," she said. "But the hard way costs decades. It costs health, opportunities, and sometimes marriages. I don't want my son to be in his 50s before he realizes no one ever taught him how to run his own life." She continued.
"Parents are told, 'Don't worry, school is preparing them.' But when you look closely,
It's preparing them to be compliant workers. Show up, wait for instructions, complete tasks, not capable young men who can think, decide, and take care of themselves."
if your son is great at homework but freezes when it's time to make a call, talk to an adult, or handle money,
That's not on him. The system never gave him the tools.
that's why I went looking for something different. A clear, practical guide that actually teaches boys
How to handle money, health, social situations, and pressure. And I found it in the Essential Life Skills Playbook for teen boys. The school system is already failing to give him these skills, but you don't have to fail him as a parent. This playbook is the manual he should have gotten in class, the one that quietly teaches him how to handle money, health, and real-world responsibility before life forces him to learn the hard way.
If this hit a little too close to home, scroll down and tap the orange card to get the playbook for your son today.
One day he'll walk into the real world alone.
What you put in his hands now will decide whether he struggles or thrives.